The Reign of the Seven Kings of Rome, from Romulus to Tarquin the Proud. Introduction. The early history of Rome is a captivating blend of legend, myth, and nascent statecraft. After its legendary founding by Romulus in 753 BC, Rome was ruled by 7 kings over a span of more than 2 centuries. Each king played a pivotal role in shaping the city's institutions, culture, and society. From Romulus, the first king and founder, to Tarquin the Proud, whose tyranny led to the establishment of the Roman Republic, their reigns represent the evolution of Rome from a small settlement into a thriving city-state. This narrative not only illuminates the achievements and challenges of these rulers, but also provides insight into the foundations of Roman identity and governance. Romulus, 753 to 716 BC. The first king of Rome, Romulus, began his reign after the fateful killing of his twin brother Remus. As the founder, Romulus established the basic structure of Roman society. He divided the populace into 3 tribes and created the Senate, an advisory body composed of 100 men known as patres, laying the groundwork for Rome's future political system. Romulus also addressed Rome's initial population problem by declaring the city a sanctuary for exiles, fugitives, and outcasts. To secure wives for these new citizens, Romulus orchestrated the controversial rape of the Sabine women, forging an alliance between Romans and Sabines. His reign was marked by territorial expansion and military success, solidifying Rome as a power in the region. After a mysterious disappearance during a storm, Romulus was deified as the god Quirinus. Numa Pompilius, 716 to 672 BC. Following Romulus, Numa Pompilius, a Sabine, was elected as Rome's second king. Known for his wisdom and piety, Numa's reign was characterized by peace and religious reform. He established many of Rome's key religious institutions, including the Vestal Virgins, the cult of Janus, and the position of Pontifex Maximus. Numa introduced a lunar calendar and emphasized justice, discipline, and the worship of the gods. His reign was devoid of warfare, earning him a reputation as a king who nurtured Rome's spiritual and cultural foundation. Numa's legacy persisted in Rome's religious traditions for centuries. Tullus Hostilius, 672 to 641 BC. In stark contrast to Numa, Tullus Hostilius was a warlike king who sought to expand Rome's territory through military conquest. Under his leadership, Rome defeated Alba Longa, one of its closest rivals, in the legendary Battle of the Horatii and Curiatii. Tullus' reign also saw the destruction of Alba Longa, with its inhabitants relocated to Rome. Tullus further strengthened Rome's military and focused on integrating conquered peoples into Roman society. However, his neglect of religious duties reportedly angered the gods, leading to a plague that struck Rome. According to legend, Tullus attempted to appease Jupiter, but was struck down by a divine lightning bolt. Ancus Marcius, 641 to 616 BC. The fourth king of Rome, Ancus Marcius, was known for his balanced approach, blending the militarism of Tullus with the piety of Numa. He is credited with building Rome's first bridge, the Pons Sublicius, over the Tiber River, facilitating trade and connectivity. Ancus also expanded Roman territory by conquering nearby Latin towns and integrating their populations. Ancus established the port of Ostia, Rome's first harbor, which became a critical center for commerce. His reign marked the continued growth of Rome as both a military and economic power. Lucius Tarquinius Priscus, 616 to 578 BC. Lucius Tarquinius Priscus, originally from Etruria, became Rome's 5th king through his ambition and political acumen. He introduced Etruscan culture to Rome, enriching its architecture, religion, and governance. Tarquinius is credited with initiating the construction of the Cloaca Maxima, Rome's Great Sewer, and the Circus Maximus, a venue for chariot races. Under his rule, Rome's military campaigns brought wealth and prestige to the city. However, his reign ended in tragedy when he was assassinated by the sons of Ancus Marcius, who resented his rise to power. Servius Tullius, 578 to 535 BC. Servius Tullius, Rome's sixth king, rose to power despite his humble origins. According to legend, a divine flame surrounded his head as a child, signaling his future greatness. He reformed Rome's social and political structure, introducing the Servian constitution, which organized citizens based on wealth and military capability. Servius expanded Rome's boundaries by annexing surrounding territories and fortifying the city with a defensive wall. His reign emphasized inclusivity, granting more rights to Rome's lower classes. However, his end was marked by treachery. He was overthrown and murdered by his ambitious son-in-law, Lucius Tarquinius Superbus. Lucius Tarquinius Superbus, 535 to 509 BC. Lucius Tarquinius Superbus, known as Tarquin the Proud, was Rome's seventh and final king. His reign was defined by tyranny and oppression. Tarquin used fear and violence to maintain control, executing senators and disregarding tradition. Despite his cruelty, he continued large-scale construction projects, including the completion of the Temple of Jupiter Optimus Maximus. Tarquin's downfall began with the infamous incident involving his son, Sextus Tarquinius, and the virtuous Lucretia. Sextus's assault on Lucretia and her subsequent suicide incited widespread outrage, leading to a revolt. In 509 BCE, Tarquin was overthrown, marking the end of the monarchy and the beginning of the Roman Republic. Conclusion: the reign of the seven kings of Rome was a transformative period that laid the foundations for one of history's greatest civilizations. From Romulus's founding to Tarquin the Proud's downfall, each king contributed to Rome's growth and development, shaping its political, social, and cultural identity. Their stories, a mix of fact and legend, reflect the values and aspirations of early Romans. As the monarchy gave way to the Republic, Rome entered a new era, carrying forward the legacy of its first kings while striving toward its destiny as a world power.